Good day, folks, from Western Pennsylvania. Chimneyking back with you. Now, this is an incredibly different set of circumstances. Making a movie of this because it really is different. Take a look at this chimney. We know what third-degree creosote deposits are, don't we? Solid mass. And look at it, jeez. And it won't brush off with the wire brush. Now, I want to tell you, first thing this guy called me, he did mention that he's got these thick deposits, and I knew they were third-degree creosote. Hey. I asked him what he's burning, and he said seasoned hardwood. Well, I didn't believe him, because you shouldn't have these kind of deposits if you're burning the right stuff. That's a 9x13 opening. That's a 9x13 flue, I'm sorry. That's a 9x13 flue, and he is burning seasoned hardwood. He's doing everything right. What is causing the problems here, hope I can get enough light to do this in here. Yeah, it ought to be fine. Okay. Here's the opening of the chimney. This is a thimble. If you look, it's a standard, probably 6-inch thimble. The back of the wood burner, and I don't know if this is going to come through, is bigger. That's, you can tell by this, that's an 8-inch pipe. That's an 8-inch pipe. That nice wood burner there, which it's decent, it's good. He says it heats his whole house nicely. I believe it. That 8-inch vent from the back is that size for a reason. Now you go from that big pipe there into a 9x13 flue. It is exhausting. It's venting out what's going on though, and I told him that I'll bet that smoke is so thick that it just barely gets out the chimney and almost falls straight down like water. He says, yeah, it does. It's venting. It's just not venting fast enough, and the smoke's allowed to get really thick, and what happens then is it does hold the smoke, so it just has an incredible amount of buildup. He says he's got this almost every year. Well, this is not good at all. You shouldn't see that at all. He's got one of two options. I'm going to hit it with a chain flail, which, as we know, is about the only way you're going to get these big deposits out of here. I'm going to hit it with a chain flail. I told him, and there ain't no room for it, I told him a minimum standard for fireplaces is a 12x12, and I'd even go with a 17x17. You don't want to really, though, spend the money on taking the chimney down and rebuilding another chimney. He says that wood burner's about served its purpose, and he's ready to buy another one. I told him, when you do get another one, look at what comes out the back. It's important to see what size opening comes out of the back of the burner. You want a 6-inch thimble, you want a 6-inch pipe coming out of there going into the wall. There's reasons designers and other folks will design this with such a size pipe. You can't reduce that size. And to give you an idea what that's like, if you ever try to breathe through a straw, you can get air in and out of that. But if you just try to breathe out of a straw, you die because you're not getting enough air. Okay? Back to this old unit. And if you ever do this, Copperfield gives me this stuff. The head is one part. Then they have the starter, which that uncouples by these little buttons here. You start it in the drill, reach down as far as you can, and then you get your first stick and stick it down because you've already started, and then you add another 4 back, up and down, knock it down as you can. what we're going to do here is knock down those deposits, make it safe for him to use this year, and instead of your average cap, I took this off another job. I'm afraid your average cap is going to, just by the lid, is going to cause it to damper and even move slower. This will work as a fine spark arrestor, keep animals out, and it's going to do every job you need it to, except keep water out, and it's lined, so I don't think that's ever going to be an issue here at all. We're going to clean it out, we're going to put this on, which is just gravity fixed, which is very nice, and I think this is going to take care of all his problems. They're going to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars this year by heating their house again, but they're not going to have to worry because it's going to be well drafted and ventilated. That's what I wanted to show you. I've never really come across this. They weren't thinking that hard when they built that chimney for that. It should have been at least 12 by 12, maybe 17 by 17. 12, you're always safe. Chimneyking, wanting to share that with you. You know, sometimes guys see stuff and they don't know what they're looking at. If you run into this, I told you what you're looking at, and now we both know. Good day, Chimneyking from Western PA.